Celeste is a 2D platformer developed by Matt Makes Games. As this is a video developed by Dave Makes Videos. The game was released in January 2018 on every platform possible, except the mobile phone, because who owns that and who cares about mobile phone games? They're stupid. I played it on the Switch, which is not stupid. It's probably the best console ever in the whole world. You play as Madeline, a girl who has red hair, and she climbs a mountain. Is she trying to? Yes. Will she succeed? It's up to you. To get to the summit, she must pass through screen by screen, different obstacles, platforming, challenges, and it's up to you as the player to help her along the way in her great quest. On the way, she meets some characters such as Theo, Mr. Shiro, a ghost of a hotel owner, and you go through his hotel. The game's premise, just like an Australian politician's mind, is pretty simple. The player goes from screen to screen doing obstacles, and they are pretty tough, but they're forgiving in the way, just like Super Meat Boy sort of style, you start at the beginning of the screen when you die. So it's not that frustrating when you die. You just start at the beginning of the screen and try the screen again. Try the obstacles again. You get over those obstacles. Madeline, Celeste, whatever your name is, you do it. The beginning of the game teaches you the basics of what Madeline can do as a character, as a woman. You can jump, you can dash in midair, and you can climb walls, just like Spider-Man, only a little girl. But at the beginning of the game, you can only dash once in midair, so you have to start at the beginning of the screen and go, I can only dash once, so I'll climb the wall over there, then I'll dash up there, and then I'll go over there and complete the game does rely a lot on trial and error, which is, to some people, I guess, kind of cheap, but to me, I don't mind it. Because when you do make an error, as I said before, you start at the beginning of the screen and it's not that frustrating. Some of the later parts of the game will test you. I thought I turned autocorrect off. In every level there are strawberries to collect. These strawberries do absolutely fuck all. They're a waste of time, just like real life strawberries. Although, if you collect enough, just like in Wario Land on the Game Boy, where you collect enough treasure, you can get a bigger castle for Wario. I'm showing my age right now, aren't I? I'm an old man. But if you collect enough, I suppose you get a different end screen, but I didn't, so I don't know. Visuals are what you come to expect from an 8-bit indie game. So expect sort of like Shovel Knight visuals. You know what 8-bit is? Yeah, I don't know. It's very nice art direction. This autocorrect thing is just ridiculous. I had no idea. I had so many errors. I like the art direction a lot. It shows creativity and it's weird, and I like weird. I think gaming and YouTube needs a bit more originality and weirdness. So subscribe for more Sardonic Pickle. Some worlds are green and brown, forest-like, and some worlds have this snowy sort of thing where you have to go through like these weird star boobs, and you've got to dash through them, but you can't dash straight through into a wall or you die. Once again, you have to figure out how you're going to traverse through these screens and get to the goal of the game, which is, who knows. It is nice and creative and makes a nice change. The soundtrack is worthy of downloading on its own because I loved it, and in my opinion you should go and download it because it's some of the best 8-bit sort of style music I've heard in a while, without spoiling the story too much. I gotta say, I get you, Matt who makes video games. I understand what the metaphor of Celeste Mountain is. I think I understand. I think we get each other. I don't know. He doesn't know me. He's not watching. I support your game and you don't even watch my videos? Huh, thanks a lot, Matt. Cheers. Let's talk flaws. First of all, I've never really been a fan of Super Meat Boy. Whoa, I know, right? Everybody's freaking out because Dave, I'm not that important. I'm not really a fan of going from screen to screen and just that's the game. But this surprised me and I enjoyed it because there was enough variety in the levels to keep me playing because I didn't know what kind of world was next. Sometimes the difficulty can be cheap and sometimes it defies 2D platforming logic where you have to jump down the screen to get to the next screen Usually you kind of have to avoid pits in 2D platformers, but yeah, in this game sometimes you have to jump down the screen. Bye bye! Honestly though, I am nitpicking. I can't really find anything too big to fault this game on. It was a $30 Australian game, and for that I got my price worth, money's worth. You should, yes. The game's controls are tight and responsive like a good vagina. It's on Mario's level. Does it give you $30 Australian worth of game enjoyment? Yes, it does. And it gives you a little bit more for those completionists out there who like to collect strawberries and B-side cassettes in each level, which allow you to unlock the sort of hidden evil dictionary, evil difficulty version of the game, which is extremely hard. So if you want to do that and punish yourself, go ahead, be my guest. I can't stop you from doing that to yourself. It satisfied me as a pancake fan, platformer fan, and it will too you if you are a fan of a platformer game too. It gets me, it gets an 8.5 out of 10 from me. Why? Because it's my channel. Subscribe. We'll see you in the next